Hello, hello, hello to you, my entrepreneurial friends. Hello to you, my salespeople. And if you're in business, you count in one of those two categories. You're an entrepreneur or a salesperson, and you can even shrink it down that you're in sales too. Come to you today with a specific question. It's amazing the answers to this question, but I want you to take the question seriously. Here's the question. How many hours of a workday do you actually spend working? How many hours, if you work on a Monday, how many hours do you spend on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday actually working during your workday? During the time that you set aside to work, how much time do you spend actually working? And then after you answer that question, how much time do you spend actually working? I'm going to ask you this. Are you sure? Are you sure you're actually working that long? Because I will tell you, my friends, there's a lot of things that entrepreneurs do during the course of a day that do not earn them any money, that do not produce any results up front. There's just work that's preparing them to go to work, but that's not actual work. About 50 years ago, they did a study how much time salespeople spend working in a day. And they came up with the idea that they spend actually an hour and a half working a day. Back in the mid-90s, they did another study. How much time do salespeople actually spend working during the course of a day? The answer is about an hour and a half. What? I spent 10 hours at work. I spent 8 hours at work. No. Hanging out does not count as work. They define work as only these things. Prospecting, time that you spend prospecting, actually seeking out a potential client, presenting, actually showcasing what you have, going through closing efforts, delivering what you sold, following up, or studying. If you're not doing one of those 6 things, you're not yet working. So I ask you, my entrepreneurial friends, how much time during the day do you spend prospecting? Actually, look, the term prospecting is an old school term, but it means basically looking for someone that you can help with your services. You can do it through networking meetings, but you can do it a lot of different ways. But actual time where you're looking to find someone and to offer your services to. That's seeking them out. That's prospecting efforts. How much time do you spend per day doing that? Do you spend 5 minutes a day doing that? 10 minutes, an hour? Prospecting. How much time do you spend actually presenting? Presenting, whether it's in person or via Zoom or over the phone, presenting what you have to offer, letting them know what you got and how it can be beneficial to them. How much time do you spend presenting? Do you even present every day? Do you present something every week? How much time do you spend prospecting? How much time do you spend presenting of your services? Because these 2 things count as real work. Work is defined as getting something done or moving something forward. That's work. If I push against the wall all day with the express purpose of moving that wall, and that wall doesn't go anywhere, then no work got done. Even if I got tired doing it, no work got done. Prospecting, presenting, going through closing efforts, the process of asking for the business in an effort to receive the business. That's going through closing efforts, overcoming objections if need be, but offering your services in exchange for money. That's going through closing efforts. How much time do you spend doing that during the course of a day or a week or a month? Are you really working? Prospecting, presenting, closing, delivering what you sold. If you're a salesperson or a coach or a consultant, you have to deliver what you sold. You sold your coaching services to them. Now you have to actually coach them. Doing what you sold, that counts as delivery. That counts as real work. There's a lot of things entrepreneurs do during the course of a day that's not real work. It's just getting them ready to do real work. But if it's not actively prospecting or presenting or going through closing efforts or delivering what you sold or following up on some of the work you did, that counts as work too. That's 5 things. Prospecting, presenting, going through closing efforts, following up, and delivering what you sold. That counts as real work. If you're not doing one of those things, or the 6th thing, you're not yet working. You're just getting yourself prepared to go to work. And the 6th thing, is actually studying, learning. If you're not actively learning what you're doing and you're learning your game, that does count as work. Time with your coach can count as learning. Time in a book or a YouTube video, that counts as learning. Thank you, my brother Uzama. Fortune is in the follow-up. That is such a truism that most people say and don't act as if they believe it. When I say they don't act as if they believe it because they won't do it, I am defining work as prospecting, presenting, going through closing efforts, delivering what you sold, following up, or studying. If you're not doing one of those things, you're not working. Do you spend an hour and a half doing those activities? One of those 6, or all 6 combined? Do you spend at least an hour and a half every day doing those things? Do you spend 2 hours a day doing those things, or 3 hours a day doing those things? If you spend 3 hours a day doing those things, you're probably earning a significant income. But most entrepreneurs, most salespeople spend less than an hour and a half on a daily basis doing things that actually earn them money. Doing things that earn you money versus just doing things. There are so many things that entrepreneurs do during the course of a day that do not earn them any money. I'm going to encourage you to do less of the things that don't earn you money and do more of the things that do earn you money. Things like prospecting, presenting, going through closing efforts, or studying. That's what I got for you today. Are you working or are you really working?